Happy Canada Day weekend, everyone. Take a sip of my broccoli shake. Also, 4th of July coming up on Monday for the American viewers. Tuesday night at 7 p.m., I am going to be interviewing Eric Watts. So I'm really looking forward to that. But let me get into the Wrestling Observer review for the week. Apparently, Logan Paul has signed a multi-year deal with WWE to appear on TV tapings and pay-per-views this year and next year, including SummerSlam that's taking place in Nashville this month. Tony Khan has listed the Forbidden Door show grossing over $6 million. So congratulations to him on that. Apparently, a lot of WWE talent was shocked that Cesaro, aka Claudio Castagnoli, which I'm probably pronouncing wrong, went to AEW because I guess he had a big deal in WWE. So they figure he's either getting another big deal in AEW or he feels at 41 years old he'll get more of a push in AEW where he may have just remained stagnant in WWE. I was at his WWE tryout back in 2006 in Deep South Wrestling, and I remember him being a nice guy. Steve Mcmichael, former Four Horsemen and NFL legend, 64, is in bad shape with his ALS right now. Apparently, he can barely talk. I've seen some pictures of him recently, and I feel terrible for him, but he seems to be fighting, but it's not looking good. I guess Joey Ryan was working on the Jungle Cruise attraction at Disneyland. His real name is Joseph Meehan, but then apparently someone recognized him and made his accusations known, and he was released. Bill Anderson, who I've interviewed several times on this channel, on June 24th, had an electrical cardioversion procedure to get his heart back in regular rhythm. So that's good. He's a nice guy. The book Dynamite and Davy by Stephen Bell comes out now, July 1st. So I did interview Stephen Bell a couple of days ago. It seems like he really does research on the book. So if you're a fan of the British Bulldogs, I guess it would be worth picking up. Jeff Hardy pleaded not guilty to his DUI arrest that happened June the 13th. He's going to be arraigned on Tuesday. Apparently, all the criminal charges against Jake Atlas related to an incident he had with his domestic partner have been dropped. Now, I did interview Jake Atlas before he signed with WWE. He is currently signed, or he did appear for AEW, but apparently he was never signed with them. He was doing per appearance deals. So if they're not using him, they don't necessarily have to, but it's good for him that whatever this incident was dropped. Valerie Loretta, 23, who is a Bellator fighter, has, I guess, officially signed with WWE. Now, I'm a big fan of hers as a fighter, and I think she has huge potential in WWE. Apparently, according to her deal, she could still fight for Bellator. However, she did an interview recently with Ariel Helwani, and apparently she seemed to indicate she's more interested in WWE. And her record in MMA is 4-1. So I think she's gorgeous, and she could be the first Cuban-American woman in WWE wrestling history. So there's a lot of potential there. Apparently, WWE is doing a 30% ticket discount for Raw from Madison Square Garden later this month. Dynamite did a 0.36 rating this week. From Detroit, 11,200 in attendance. NXT did a 0.11 rating. Raw did a 0.54 rating, sold out from Laredo, Texas, which I forgot to write the number down, but it was around 7,000. Rampage was taped at the same place as Dynamite, I believe. SmackDown last Friday, the 24th, from Austin, had 6,200 fans with 5,500 paid. Francis Ngannou is looking to return to the ring in December. And that's pretty much all the major news. Thank you, Bill, for the $20 tip. Someone was asking where Bill was recently. There he is. Appreciate it. Canada Day weekend tip. Lots of people checking in, saying hello. Oh, making fun of my glasses. Sorry. Well, I've been working today, so I just had them on. Hey, Mike. Thoughts on Mr. T? I like Mr. T. I thought he was a good character. Mike, where's Piper? She's coming back tomorrow. Thoughts on NXT? I did watch the highlights of NXT. I think the best thing they have going for them is Braun Breaker. Dan, another Jerry Jarrett interview? I don't know. Maybe. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I really like Jerry Jarrett, to be perfectly honest with you. Billy, my favorite era for wrestling was the mid to late 80s, which was, I became familiar with it right at the end of the 80s, but I watched the stuff before and the crowds were just crazy and it was mainstream. It was really good. I cannot upload Raw and SmackDown full shows on here. You got to get the WWE Network for that. Bill saying hello to Mike D. And thanks again, Bill, for the $20 tip. Really appreciate it. Ivan is looking forward to hearing Eric Watts talk about that angle where he fought Arn Anderson at a gas station. I want to know the story about his backstage fight with Rick Rude. I've never seen mud wrestling live. I don't know if it happens too much these days. If I could wrestle anyone, I guess it would be Brock Lesnar. Who is the current Great North Wrestling Champion? The Great North Wrestling Champion is a Blood Hunter, and the Canadian champion is Jeremy Prophet, and the Women's Champion of Canada is Nova. And they will all be appearing on September the 3rd in Petawawa, Ontario, where, by the way, there's going to be a TLC match between the Blood Hunter and Jeremy Prophet. Title for title. And if the Blood Hunter does not win this match, that will be the end of the Blood Hunter.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please help me out and like this video, then click the subscribe and get notifications buttons so you don't miss any of my latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Follow us on Facebook at The Hannibal TV for more live streams and videos. And while you're at it, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at The Hannibal.